All right, folks, this is what you're looking at. This is a full GTM content engine that's like 80%, 70% AI leverage, and then human perfected. This is what we use for our internal marketing here at the Hive to be like omni-channel from YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, blogs, like everywhere that our ICP lives. We take this content, we use AI to generate and repurpose it. And I'm just going to walk you through it today. I mean, we're hanging out. It's Monday. It's 3 o'clock. So it's just really cool what we did, and we get a lot of questions about services, so I'm breaking it down step by step, and I'm taking you behind the scenes on how we make this work for ourselves and our clients. So number one, if you're new here, I'm Matt Celestio, founder of Hive Agency. We help B2B teams scale with AI and content GTM engines. So what you're looking at is our literal GTM content engine service, and I'm going to walk you through it today, and I'm going to show you how each of them actually turns out, and we'll just walk through it. So what you're looking at right here at the top, these are what we call like North Star content pieces. Now, I used to be a podcaster, and I used to run a wellness brand back in the day, and I was always struggling, like, what am I going to post? Who am I going to talk to? How am I going to get these posts scheduled and created and all this and that? It was so time consuming. It was so stressful. And I wanted to find a better way to standardize this process. And that's when I discovered podcasting. So this is back in the day. I'm not doing this now, but back in the day, I discovered podcasting. So that's like up here where we're talking about long form content. And what I would do with my old wellness brand is I would take that long form content and I would like parse it up and chop it up and then redistribute it accordingly across every social channel. So I was on Spotify and YouTube and Apple Podcast as like the North Star content pieces like you're seeing here. And then I would chop it up and then put them on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, blah, 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 all that good stuff. So I took an element of that and then I brought it into the B2B space. So do I do podcasts now? No. Are they still relevant? I think they're pretty great, but I'm a founder. You're a founder. We're busy. That's why I wanted my North Star pieces, which is what you're looking at right here, to be YouTube videos. And that was why I picked YouTube as the number one, because it's long enough to technically be considered long form, but it's not short enough to just be like, hey, this is a TikTok. These are like great sales assets that we populate on our YouTube channel and client YouTube channel that we can then take and redistribute accordingly throughout this entire engine. So that's a little bit about why this is important at the beginning, because YouTube videos are the whole thing that kicks this whole GTM content engine off. And it consists of three things. So what you're looking at are the three categories of YouTube videos that we do. So number one is medium form YouTube videos. This is like our 5 to 11, 12-ish minute. We're just trying to shift perspectives for our audience, and we get our AI writer or AI software to write the scripts that we've programmed and really perfected over the last little bit. And then we get a writer, like an actual copywriter, to go in and then make sure like it sounds like a human. It's actually tailored to our ICP and our client's ICP. So that starts here. The other one is long form YouTube. So this is like a webinar, or if you did a master class, whatever it is, let's just say you uploaded it to YouTube. That's another great North Star content piece, which we can chop up and redistribute. And then lastly is we call it Hive product demos, just because our company's Hive, but we get our clients who are primarily B2B marketing agencies, tech companies, to just demo their product. Like what we're doing right now is super casual, super raw, super organic, to know that I'm a real person. This is a real company. We're actually going to answer the phone or answer the email when you give us a call. So it really just helps build trust. Anyways, what we're doing here is building a huge arsenal of evergreen content on our YouTube channels. And evergreen content meaning it lives there forever. YouTube's got a much longer shelf life than Instagram or TikTok or LinkedIn, because the topics are really valuable and they can stand the test of time much more so than, in my opinion, in Instagram or LinkedIn, whatever, TikTok. So this is what it actually kind of turns out like. This is my YouTube channel over here. I actually brought it from, I was at 90 subscribers 2 months ago. I'm almost at 500 now. And I've only posted, what is this, since then? It's from here to here. That's like, what, 9 videos? So really, really great. And you can see it gets some good traffic. But all of this comes from a 2-hour recording session per month. So for me, I literally just record 4 videos. I do 4 scripts. I record with my teleprompter. If we go on site with our clients, we bring our teleprompter. Scripts are done for them. They just show up and record, and we have all of this content for the entire month ready to go. So this is what we have as the top level. It lives there. It builds a personal brand. It's tailored with SEO, of course. every YouTube video we have in the back end and front end is based on the keywords we're trying to rank for. So for me, it's personal branding, it's B2B SaaS, it's content, GTM content marketing. So we infuse all that throughout the scripts, the thumbnails, and the content strategy itself. But this is what it ends up looking like as we get into the YouTube. So anyways, I digress there. Now you've seen what happens when we do the start here. What we do after this is where it gets really cool, is we have our AI softwares that take that and then repurpose that into a few different things. So number one, you don't have to record 4 YouTube videos, and then you don't have to record like 30 different short form videos. We've already recorded, so our AI will then take those pieces of content and then it can literally chop it up and make it look cohesive and ready for short form content like LinkedIn, YouTube Shorts, Instagram. We find this is where a lot of B2B ICPs live. So these are the platforms we really focus on. But you, as the client, and myself, I don't have to lift another finger to record and script again because it's exhausting. We have our AI softwares that go in and do this too. And then we have our human editors go in and touch it up because, AI is great. It's not perfect. So that's why our motto always is like AI leveraged, human perfected. So that's where like that 70-30 split comes from. Yeah, you can see we chop it up here. And if we want to rewrite some content, like if you want to do content from scratch, we take our AI social media writer, we plug in the transcript from these earlier videos, and then we generate short form content with like specific content frameworks for you to film again. So that's like an extra little bonus if you want, if I'm feeling in the mood. I'm usually pretty busy, so I don't do it. This usually covers the basis anyways. So from these, let's just say 4 videos, I now can take the short form content that our AI does for you and does for me, and I get a whole month of content and we schedule it out. So this is what it looks like on Instagram. Some of these thumbnails we're perfecting, making them look a little better. It gets me at some bad angles, but you can see like posted right to your platform, captions, SEO keywords in there as well. And these are literally just repurposed videos that I have already on YouTube. So no extra work was required. So that was like the Instagram, even on LinkedIn, like this is my LinkedIn. It goes everywhere. So you're omni-channel without doing any more work. So that's why it's really cool. And yeah, it's a great way to just be everywhere without having to lift more fingers. The other thing too, with this omni-channel presence, because we have a lot of great topics and a lot of great context from our transcripts, we built a custom AI that we use in the back end to generate lead magnets. So, when people are like, hey, comment below for X, Y, and Z free thing, or hey, in my YouTube video, I do this all the time, is if you like this content, I made a playbook that breaks this all down for you. Just click that link below, get on my list, I'll send it over to you. And then it helps feed into, as you scroll down, my newsletter. And this is where I end up selling week after week. It's nothing new. People have been doing this funnel forever, but I'm just showing you how we don't have to reinvent the wheel every time and come up with a gajillion topics. We literally just take that transcript from whatever video and we plug it into the system to say, hey, I want you to do X, Y, and Z, and build out a framework and then make it look really pretty. And then we have our designers go in and touch it up. Again, AI leveraged, human perfected. And you can see how it actually turns out. I like a comic book theme. I just think it looks cool. So one of the topics we did was why most personal branding efforts fail and how to fix it. And this is where the AI has built this out, and we go in and just touch it up, make it look really good for branding. And if something doesn't make sense or a stat looks out of line, like we'll touch that up. But it takes that video, it takes the transcript, and it gives it a full working playbook for your audience to give you their email so they can get the action steps accordingly. And as I scroll down, this is where we have them then funnel into ourselves and our clients to book a call. So this is the last page of every book we do. Hey, because this was a topic about personal branding, how to fix it, why people are failing. And then we know that they're probably struggling with personal branding issues or understanding how to generate consistent content and leads from their content. We say, check it out, blah, 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 click here to learn now. And then it takes them, boom, right to our website so they can go ahead and book a call. So it's a really start to finish funnel, at least on the video side here. So you can see, we start with the YouTube videos, we repurpose across every social channel. We then also create AI lead magnets to then feed into your newsletter, which then feeds them in to booking a call. So that's what we do with ourselves as well as our clients. Also, same thing for LinkedIn. We also have, if you don't like just video, we can do text posts, which are really cool. They're super straightforward. I won't dive too much into that. But again, just redistributing that content. So that's what it looks like on the video side. So that's really, really great. But there's also another area in which we like to focus on, and that's where we're talking about the actual website and the internet itself. So blog posts, AI content, and articles and publications, these need to be really present in 2025 because number one, ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Perplexity, like this is changing the way in which people are searching online. So Google used to be the guy, used to be the head honcho. People are now going to these AI first platforms. If you haven't heard of AEO, GEO, AI, SEO, they're all the same term. You can head over to my website. I got tons of content on that stuff, and I'm going to release another video on that too. So take a look at my website as well for that. But we want to make sure that ourselves as Hive and our clients are showing up in those searches online or showing up in Google because yes, people go to Instagram or LinkedIn or Instagram to go find answers for their questions. They also go to the internet. They also go to these AI chatbots to get those answers. And that's why these blog posts are so essential for showing up inside these answers. Because I like to say, if your business doesn't show up when people are searching for whatever service, let's say they're looking for CRMs in whatever space you're in, if you don't come up in that chatbot answer, they're not going to be looking through links on Google anymore. People aren't doing that. So that's why we're making these blog posts and content based around, yes, some of these North Star pieces and topics, but we also take one of these big domains of your business. So let's just say you work in CRMs, like say you do CRMs for lead generation. That would be a whole topic pillar that we need to archetype or architect to make sure that Google and these and like ChatGPT and Gemini, they see your website as somebody that's putting out a bunch of the content around this. So when somebody does search your ICP, when they search on these answers or on these chatbots, they are going to take your business and put it right front and center for them to go explore. So that's why our blog writer is an essential component of this GTM content strategy because you're everywhere and anywhere where your ICP lives, whether it's video, social platforms, or the actual internet or AI search platforms itself, all under the same hood. So yes, we have AI writers that go ahead and understand your ICP, your industry, your services, what you provide, even case studies that you have. So we filter all that for ourselves as well as our clients. We feed it into our custom AI writers. And then we have it every single month write about 9 to 11 posts that go directly onto your website. So that way, when AI, if they do want to actually link your website from those AI answers, then you can get traffic and sales right from these chatbots. And there's more to it than just looking at like, hey, we just release a blog. Like, great, let's just put out scattered blog content. That could actually hurt you because Google doesn't know what you're trying to rank for. If one day you're talking about CRMs and then you're talking about founder motivation and then you're talking about integrations with whatever software, Google's going to say, or ChatGPT is going to say, or Gemini is going to say, I don't know what you're writing about. I don't know really what you do. You're talking about way too much. I'm going to refer somebody else who is like an expert on that topic. So that's why scattered blog posts aren't the best. There's strategy behind what we do at Hive. We want to make sure it all kind of relates. But essentially, let me show you how this turns out. So this is one of the areas in which we wanted to rank for was showing how B2B teams are using content and AI SEO to scale properly. So if you come over to our website, where's our blog over here? This is where AI writer and human writer, these are all generated and repurposed around the AI SEO and SEO strategy that we've done. So here, this is the main one. So you can see AI SEO and discoverability. That was the tag, or that was the keyword in which we were trying to rank for this blog and the strategy below it. But we'll take like I just said, your ICP, your industry, who you serve, what your services are, and we'll generate the entire piece of content for you. Completely SEO optimized for AI engines as well, and just really populating your website with valuable insights that people are searching for, especially in your industry. And then again, funneling back into your offer, blah, blah, blah. But what's really cool is now, see, this is where we're seeing the full unifying GTM strategy. So yes, we're writing a blog, but we're taking some of my YouTube content that relates to the blog. So we're building this actual web of content throughout everything, so you can see how it's not just scattered, it's all intentional, it's all built into each other. So YouTube videos go into the blogs, and the blogs go into the YouTube descriptions, and the short form content builds into the lead magnets, which funnel into the newsletter. And like, this is just a real good way of seeing how that all actually comes to life. And then same thing down here as we're coming down. Right here, like B2B teams and founders looking to scale and adopt AI. This is where we then funnel into our newsletters, because I send them to our opt-in landing page. Where's my picture? It's not loading. Boom, there it is. Look at that. Look at those glasses. They were like $7. Pretty cool, right? I got them in Europe. But anyways, I digress. They get funneled into my newsletter from that piece of blog content that they were just searching for. So imagine if somebody was on ChatGPT, they were searching for how do I use AI content for whatever reason. Then they got funneled onto this page. They see the free playbook, they opt in, and now they're in my funnel. Now they're in my content ecosystem that just runs itself. And that's why we call it an engine, because it all links together. It all works together. It's all leveraged by AI, because it's 2025. To do this manually would take like hundreds of hours. We're able to consolidate it and have the whole team build it out for you. And all you need to do each month, and that's all I do each month, is just spend 2 hours filming. Right here, I just do the North Star content pieces, and we take and distribute accordingly. So there's tons of, I know it looks much more either for you complex or simple at first glance, but once you understand, that you're just doing YouTube videos at the start, as simple as it is, the rest is able to be redistributed, repurposed, and posted in a way that's cohesive with your marketing strategy, with your services, with your ICP. So you as a founder don't have to be deep in the weeds coming up with content every week or spending hours in front of the camera. If you're still on CapCut yourself as a founder, you got to change that ASAP. Once I stopped editing, once I stopped creating so much, that's when I was able to focus on client acquisition or actually hopping on sales calls, that all of the prospects that saw this content warmed up and then came onto the calls. It's much more strategic that way. But folks, anyways, I know I tried to go as fast as possible. This can get much more in depth as we dive into each of the nitty gritty there. But essentially, if you're looking for AI content that will help, or AI systems that will help unify your GTM content strategy and marketing strategy, this is how we do it at The Hive. This is how we do it for our clients. So if you want to copy and paste it, great, go ahead. It's totally there for the taking. But if you do want a team that knows what they're doing, can understand how to roll this out for you and get you all up and running within just 30 days, click a link below. I'm going to leave something. So if you want to hop on a call with myself or my team, I'll walk you through it, walk you through how we can align your strategy, where some of the holes are in your current marketing, and what you should be doing differently. And I'll also leave that free playbook link so you can get on my list. I can send you some free stuff and then see if you like what we offer. That way it's like no strings attached. But yeah, I wanted to show you how I took like a founder-led burnout, because I was burnt out trying to do all these pieces of content and creation, and it's just so much, especially if you're already trying to fulfill client deliverables and trying to run and scale a business. Marketing should be automated, it should be consistent. So that's a little bit about why we did what we did with this service. And if you want to, if you go to my website, hiveagency.com/GTM, I break it down much more. I'll also link this below so you can take a look, just to see how we go about it. But yeah, folks, this was a pretty in-depth in terms of how we do the strategy. If you like what you see, book a call. If you want to stick around for a little bit more, I release tons of content week over week. Like and subscribe, or just head over to my website and stay in touch. Yeah, I just wanted to show you how we're doing at The Hive, what we're doing for our clients, and maybe if you got a few ideas for yourself, how you could put this into your own business. Anyways, guys, I will see you guys next week on the channel, and yeah, we'll talk to you soon.